I'm just going to warn you. What is said on the internet has got nothing to do with us. That's who they are. You know what I mean? Like, so when someone writes something about you or writes something about me, you have to realize it's got nothing to do with you. It's none of your business. What matters is what we're doing here. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
That's all that matters, what we're doing here. So if we're getting along, when we come back tomorrow morning, we should still get along.
That's it, yeah.
Okay?
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So, whatever.
All right.
Are you ready, sweetheart? Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and this is my son, Colton. I'm just going to give a little bit of a background. Colton was on the show, Bad Chad Customs. He moved here. He never lived here. He lived with his mother and his grandmother most of his childhood life. That's the way it went, and that's the way it was. But I asked him to come on to the show, to Bad Chad Customs, and the reason being was he was my son. I wanted to give him a chance at TV. When TV came, it was a big deal for me. It was a big deal because all my life, I wanted to be known as a car builder, and that's basically it. I've manifested it all my life, and now it's coming true. And now I have my son back in my life. We kind of fell out during the TV thing. He was young, and I was wanting something that no one else understood. And basically, we haven't seen each other for quite a long time, and that's okay, because what Colton does is his business, and what I do is my business. He's a grown man now. I've been growing up for a while, trying to grow up, and that's basically it. But he was on the show. Now he's back, and he wants to learn about the cars, and basically we're going to go back through it again. And all I'm asking for from Colton is to be honest with me, be respectful, and try to go forward. And I'm going to do the exact same thing back to him if I can, the best I can. Be respectful, be honest, tell the truth, work hard, and it can work. And if it does not work, we have to be men about it. I will not come on here and badmouth them. No, I will not. And I'm hoping that Colton can grow and not badmouth me. It's kind of the thing where you grow up, and after a while you do not need to down somebody to feel good about yourself. So we're going to go for it again. And basically all it's going to take is respect from him and respect from me. And then it will be wonderful.
Right.
So all right. So
distance makes the heart fonder.
Well, there you go. So basically what we've picked is we picked this car, and Jolene was a big part of it when we were in California. We met quite a few awesome builders, and they told us their process. We enjoyed that so much. If you want to know the builders that we've talked to, go back on and watch. We were just there in California. But this is the car that Jolene sort of has chosen, I've chosen, and we chose it because we want to start fresh with Colton on a fresh new build, and we want to do the process together. There's going to be a lot of explaining what's going on, and the reason being is Colton is kind of fresh at doing this. Let's face it, it takes years to learn or to go forward and chop a car off. It does. It takes time. It just don't come out of your brain. As I was talking to Colton this morning, he was asking questions, and I was saying, basically, I do not know. I know somewhat what's going on, but I do not know exactly. And what happens is when we come into an issue on this car is when we figure it out. It's kind of like problem solving. Every time we do something, like he was asking me certain questions, and they're all good questions if you do not know. But basically, I can't answer them because I do not know yet, and we'll have to figure it out as we go. We are problem solving as we cut the roof off, basically. What else am I going to say? I want to thank everybody in California. We had a fantastic time. Barry Weiss was fantastic. Daryl was fantastic. Alex was fantastic. Oz was fantastic. Jimmy was fantastic. Jerry was fantastic. Just everybody that we met was awesome. Also, I want to throw a shout out to Craig Clemens from Australia. I kind of, one show way back, I kind of give him a little bit of my tongue because I thought they were giving me tongue on the internet. But I met him at California at the Grand National Rotary Show, and we shook hands, and it was smiles and laughs. That's basically all it was. And all his friends were there from Australia. It was good to actually shake hands with the man, because the internet is a kind of a funny place. It really is. When we met face to face, it was just smiles. We were basically two car builders coming together, and nothing really mattered. If you understand or not, if you are a car builder, basically you should have that relationship with another car builder, because you're doing the exact same thing. Basically, the internet just gives you a chance to tell people who you are. Basically, that's all the internet's for. And like I was telling the Colton, it's going to be hard probably at first, because people are going to say things, but what people say is none of your business. And do not let it affect you. Do not read them. Do not go into it, because it does not matter. We are here to show our process, and that's basically it. On this car, we got inspired from the Cadillac that we seen at Oz's place, and the Cadillac we seen at Alex's place. They both were chopped down. The roof was really low. And what I'm inspired about is the window. Like, this car probably wouldn't be a car that anybody would want to chop because of the front window. Any questions, Colton?
Listening.
Right on, right on.
Try that.
It's a good start. He's going to try that, he says.
Try that one out.
It's been a while, isn't it?
Yeah.
What did you do when you were gone?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather not talk about it.
Well,
What
did you go carpenter work? Did you do? You said you learned how to undercoat a vehicle?
Oh yeah, I did some undercoating work. I worked at Albion Auto as the technician and then the detailer out back. I did some concrete. Yeah, that's really about it. Just everyday.
Oh, you
stuff.
did a lot more than that.
Everyday concrete. Well, I mean, I made it out. How's that?
Perfect. He made it out alive.
Yeah, I made it out.
So basically, what's going on with this car here? This car would not generally be someone's first choice to chop, and the reason being is because of the window and the back window. And basically, that's the reason why me and Jolene chose this car, because this is not the one that you would want to chop. It's like Colton said this morning. He was looking at the cars being chopped. He said the ones with the post in the middle with the flat windows, they're the ones that people like to chop. Yes, they are, because you can get that glass cut no problem. This glass right here, you're not going to get that cut no problem. And if you mess it up, you're talking thousands of dollars every time that you cut it.
Yes.
Every time you cut it.
I made that mistake on season 1.
Don't talk about your mistakes, boy. Talk about your good stuff.
Well, I'm not going to break one again.
What's that?
I'm not going to break one again.
We'll see what happens.
That's the lesson.
Okay, so basically this glass in the window, no one would want to chop that. Also with the back glass, it's going to be hard also, because when the roof comes down, like I was telling Colton, when we take so much out of the front, we're going to take so much out of the back. When the back comes down, we take so much out of it. When that comes down, it's going to come down here. That window is going to come ahead, or it's going to have to be dealt with. And that's another reason that we want to go for it. I want to take it down really low, and the reason being is I want it to stand out. So if we go to town, someone would say, "Look at that car. Look at it. Look at it." Like, I don't want it to be, "Oh, did they chop that, or does it look that way? Does it come from fat?" No, I want them to go, "Look at that car." That's what I want. The car we bought yesterday, I want to wish my queen Jolene a happy Valentine's Day. She is my Valentine's. Did not wish her that yesterday, and the reason being was it was snowing, and we were underneath of a car, and we were trying to do what we had to do. Did you wish your lady a happy Valentine's Day?
I did this morning. I did, yes.
Good morning. Good
Happy
man.
Valentine's Day, Deanne. I love you.
Awesome. So the Hiltz boys are loving. You can see that. He said he just. Anyways. So basically, the car we got yesterday, we got all the snow taken off it. If Jolene wants to walk around it and show you what we got, someone did a really good job on the body work. I'll give them that. The paint looks good on it. It's not perfect, but who is? Let's face it. It's an old car. The body's pretty good on it. Like, the door's shut nice. How'd it run, Colton?
Awesome, actually.
He ran pretty good, he said. He drove her up the driveway, no problem.
Yeah.
The doors shut nice. The sills are good. Someone has replaced the sills, I can tell, but the sills are good on this side. All the wheel wells seem to be decent. I will not be digging this car apart, and the reason I'm not digging it apart, there's no need to dig something apart that's already there. If I decide to tear this car apart, I will be, what? A long time trying to recover, and that's not where I'm at. I'm happy with what's going on. On the other side, there's a little dent in the sill. We're gonna have to deal with that. I don't know how I want to deal with it yet. I've been thinking about it. I have a sill that something has ran up on something, or it hit it. So it smashed it in, and it rolled it up. And there's no filler in it, and it hit the fender and bent the fender around. So the fender has to be pulled out around, fixed, and the sill has to be fixed. This is what's going through my brain. Do I weld something to it and try to pull it out? Do I take a zip cut it out, put a new piece in it so there's no pulling and stretching and distorting the metal and ripping it? Because you have to understand, when I weld something to it, I have to cut that off, then I have to grind it, and then I have to fill it, and I have to do that. I may just come along, cut it, put a new piece in it, roll the fender around and fix it. But we're gonna save that till last. So on this car, this is my plan. Well, not a plan, it's basically what's gotta happen. We have to strip the inside of it out, get all the seats out, get all the interior out, get all the garnish moldings out, get the glass out, get everything out, so when we start cutting and ripping and tearing, we're not destroying something that we have. So when we tear it out, I'm talking to Colton a little bit, when we tear it out, every screw that comes with like the interior panels or the seats or anything, we're gonna keep the screws with the piece, we'll just tape it to it, and then we'll put it somewhere so we know where it's at. We know where it's at. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get Colton to grab a screwdriver and go in here and take, see them screws right there? Mm-hmm. Take that window stuff out there, take that back piece out to that window there. Mm-hmm. The headliner is wet, like it had a lot of ice on this car, it got condensation in it. We're gonna try to get the headliner out without destroying it. And the reason I wanna get that out without destroying it is because it's in good shape. Just because it's in there wrinkly doesn't mean that it couldn't be put back in nice. I know somebody that can fix that, and they know who they are. So basically we're gonna go easy on that, but we'll take all the screws out of and then we'll pull them out, get a piece of tape, make sure you keep all your screws with what you're doing, and that way there, when we put it back together, there's no questioning. The name of the game of this is to remember what you have done.
Goes where?
Goes where. Remember what goes where. So we're gonna pull the seats out of it. We're gonna pull all the garnish moldings out of the front. We'll take these off. We're gonna take all around there. Take the mirror off. We'll do all that. I'm gonna go around the outside and maybe start, this is what I'm gonna do. If you wanna grab a screwdriver, you can go for it.
Okay, cool.
And all the screwdrivers here, if you don't find a screwdriver, just keep looking.
Okay.
Let's go. Might be a drawer right there for something.
I'll figure it out.
You figure it out. So basically, Colton's gonna get a screwdriver and just start taking things apart. I'm gonna give you some tape. It's gonna take a while for Colton to find out and to figure out.
I got some.
Here's a bag right here if you want to put them in a bag. You got some tape. You can put your screws in the bag as far as that goes. And what we'll do is we'll write interior screw when you get them all in there. Mm-hmm. We'll put some tape on it. We'll put interior screws on that, so you can just put them in the bag for now.
Give me that tape then.
You want that? Nope.
I'm gonna put it on the.
You don't need that for now, but whatever.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, you can see that it doesn't matter which ones you take out first. They all got to come out. Mm-hmm. Don't take the dash out. Just take the interior screws there. So basically, this is cracked. All the rubbers around the windows are cracked. We're going to have rubbers for this car. We're not going to end up using these rubbers for this car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a razor blade and I'm just going to cut that out, get the glass out, and protect it the best I can. We're not going to chop the car with the glass in it. And the reason being is we do not want to destroy it. Also with the front glass, we'll get to that, but we're going to chop maybe one of the hardest windshield chops that you probably would not want to do because of the glass. Also, yeah, like I said before, the reason I want to do this one is because when Oz said there's a lot of cars out there that are chopped, that are not finished because of the glass. And I want to inspire them people, or them people that want to chop these cars, I want to inspire them so they know they can do it too. And I'm hoping that I can do it. That's basically where it's at. And like I said to Colton, I do not know for sure, but I'm going to go for it because I think I can, and I know I can, basically. So I'm going to take a razor blade and start cutting the windows out and get the rubbers off and getting the windshield wipers off and that sort of stuff. Let's do it. Thanks for listening to me yang on there for a while, but basically it had to be done so you know where we're going, what we're doing. My son Colton's back in the house, and he's just going to take his time and do the best job he can. Probably the easiest thing to do would be just listen and do is what you think. Just going to put a piece of wood. Have him take a windshield wiper off for a while. I don't really want to mess with I need a thinner piece of wood, maybe. I'm not sure. Just want to pop that off without hurting anything. Get on there. Got a marker? There we go. Marker?
Yeah, where are those at?
Right here. Come over here. It's going to be a lot of this for a while. And what's fine is I'm going to be a lot of showing Colton where things are at. And I also would like everything put back. Colton?
Yes?
I like everything put back where you got it.
Oh, I know that.
I'm going to tell you a little story. When we first started TV, we all got together. Colton never worked in a body shop before. Basically, Aaron had his own business doing wood. Alex worked at
he worked at Mazda, I think.
Worked at a dealership, and I brought them in to do the show. But anyways, the moral of the story was Colton asked me if you want me to clean the toolbox and clean everything up. And I said, go for it. And he changed everything where it went. And it was like, I did not know when we first started, I did not know where anything was. And it took me quite a while to figure out where things were. And it was a good start to change all the tools where they belong. And I was like, whoa. But actually, how would he know unless he was involved in something like this? He obviously didn't know. He was just putting stuff back, cleaning things up. But that's the way it went. And we started off on a rough foot because we started off in bare feet because no one really knew my process and what was going on. Just trying to use this as a prop to get that off. And that worked. Oh, I want that. Put that back in. Ouch. So, if you ever chop a car, I stuck myself with that. If you ever chop a car, the first process of the matter is to strip it down and get things cleaned off. Like, I mean, you can't chop the roof with the interior in it. And I'm talking to my son Colton. Everything has to come out of the car to chop the roof off, like the interior, the glass, and all that sort of stuff. It was a good conversation first thing this morning. Colton was talking about, like he has a Honda, and he said every day he drove the Honda, he lost money. And the reason being is it's a brand new car or a newer car, and you lost money. Something like this, he's thinking if he can learn how to do this, he can buy a cheap old car, he can whack the roof on it, and maybe someone will give him more money than he paid for it. That's not bad thinking. If you can get the job done
someday, yeah.
Without without taking too long, I guess. Also, on a chop, when I'm talking to people, I want to know. Basically, I want to know things, and I have never, not say never, I'm not saying never. I have not chopped, like no one in Nova Scotia here brings me cars and say, will you chop the roof on it?
No, it's not a business.
It doesn't happen. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't happen too much. Once in a while, you'll get somebody that wants an old car chop, but it generally doesn't get finished. They'll chop it, and basically it just goes to the side and ends up in a yard like Oz had there from chopped cars. They generally just go to the wayside and they do not get finished. But what was the moral of the story? The chop, what it costs to have a chop done and have it completed. You're looking at $10,000 and up.
You couldn't make a living out of it.
Well,
Chopping
Oz obviously does. He makes a living because he's good at it. He's in California.
I'll give us, yeah, it's not Nova Scotia.
There's a few more people. But basically, you know, to have a chop car and have it completed, you're looking at a $10,000 bill and up. Just to have the roof not just, to have the roof lowered and have the windows put back in it and have the garnish mowings on it. So it is a big deal to have a car chopped. It is a big deal. And no, I'm not saying that. It's not a big deal to have the car chopped. It's a big deal to have it chopped and finished. That's a big deal. Jolene looks amazing this morning. She's got a nice little green jacket on with a pink shirt, and it goes good together. I'm going to cut this rubber out of here. Yeah. That blade is no good. I have to get a new blade. Starting already. So this is our first day. Well, not our first day, our second day. First day went good, but basically when you're working out in the old snow, the main thing on your brain is to get it done. I always like tearing a car apart because you never know what you're going to find on the inside.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. Found some screws.
Oh, she's wet.
It's nice and snowy here. It's cold. It was actually quite something else that we even got the car out where it was at, like it really was. And for the man to get a hold of us, the man got a hold of us that we bought the car from. He was on vacation in where? Costa Rica. And he was going to the jungle. And basically it was kind of a,
Move on from that.
it was all meant to be. That rubber, you can see how it's falling apart. There's no, I'm not doing any harm here. We're going to have to get a rubber to replace what we're doing. But in all honesty, you're not going to put that rubber back in. And I am not the man for taking out windows and that sort of stuff, but let's face it, I generally tackle everything. And the reason I tackle it is because if someone else can do it, I can do it. I may not do it right, but that's how I feel. So we're taking a perfectly good car. I was going to ask if anybody wanted to save it and if they wanted it, and I don't want to sell it. I want to cut it. I want to cut it. And I am inspired to cut it, and the reason being is I feel like it's going to be fun. It's going to be a learning process. Everything will be done. Everything will be done on this car with what? With not knowing. I do not know exactly how it's going to go, but we'll figure it out. That's what I was saying to Colton. Now I'm going to have to explain things to Colton. Like, let's face it, he had a couple years of TV, and that was just more or less get to work. Don't care what you know, just do this. And it's hard to learn when you got cameras on you, and I want you to do something, and we only have a certain amount of time. I want it to finish all the cars, and I don't think that everybody else had that mindset. I know. And I guess the reason why is because it was called Bad Chad Customs, not Colton does it, or Aaron's the man, or Alex is the mechanic. I guess that's why. But we did it. That's one thing I will say. We did it.
The hardest part was doing everything 4 times every day.
What's that now?
I said we did everything 4 times.
Explain more.
It was close up, then far away, then side shot. And you went into the store, you'd have to walk in the store 6 times.
Some of the scenes that were
Yeah.
like Colton going to the junkyard getting stuff. Some of the best scenes were not played because of certain reasons, but all right. This stainless, I feel like most generally it's inside the rubber, and then it's inside the rubber. There's nothing more I can say other than that. I don't feel like I'm going to pull that stainless off without cutting it out. I had an issue, well, we had an issue a little bit when Colton was working here. Like, I always come on to him about warping the panels. And the first day he said, I'm not going to warp nothing, I guarantee that. And I said,
Well, it was like at the time, like I knew better, but it's like I wanted to get it done. Well, like you spent.
Yep, I hear you.
Anyways,
I hear you. But yes, that's basically.
like I don't know. Most mistakes I made, I knew better. It was just trying to be like I don't know.
You didn't give a shit.
Trying to keep moving. Yeah, that too. I was saying, I don't know.
That's the one.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, maybe not. No,
And it's nice this time because Colton
I'm here.
asked for a job. And then I get to say, well, you have to realize you're going to have to do it my way, right? Before it was like, I don't know, he was his own man. He had his own contract with TV. He could do whatever he wanted to do.
The first time around was more. I was more in love with the idea of TV than building cars.
Gotcha.
If you know what I mean. I don't know. Like
That makes sense.
kid on TV, like it's pretty cool at the time.
Pretty cool, man.
Well,
He even signed a few autographs, he told me.
yeah, a couple every now and then. Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Then they find out who you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, if anybody's thinking I'm sipping pina coladas out on the cruise, I'm not. I'm just hanging out.
Now I'm having an issue with that right there. That's okay. We'll just keep going that way.
That's how you
The
come
back window I plan on using. I'm going to tell you something that's going through my brain, and you can take it or throw it away, doesn't matter. And it's going to come up again, that's for sure. When we cut the roof down, say if I cut it up to here, like say we got to cut some off, we got to cut the roof, say we cut that much off it. When the roof comes down, well now that's going to come down here somewhere. That back window's not going to fit anymore because it's going to be laid down quite heavy and we're going forward. What I was worried about, I was, in the bed this morning thinking about that back window. Well, if that back window was in this shape right here, have that corner on it like that right there, when I go to lay that back window down to fit the roof where it's down there, that would shoot the back of this up. If you can picture it, if that was there, and I push that down, if I lean that down, it pushes the back of that window up. I didn't want that. It was making me nervous as I was thinking about it. But it looks to me that the window's only down to about here. And this is all sheet metal because the rubber's right there, so the window's about here. So when I go to lay that down, that window should lay down fairly good because it's going to come down there a little bit. Do not know if it's going to work or not, but we'll figure that out as we go. So what's going to happen on this car, we're going to show the process of how we're going to do the windows. That's what's going to happen. We're going to show the process of doing the windows. So if anybody has a car like this, and it's all going to be trial and error. We might be able to flip that out from the inside. Basically, shoot going. You can see the rubber in there. We might have to do that. But I'll just cut this out the best I can. A pair of pliers, pick that out. Any questions you want to ask, Colton? Jolene?
Got nothing right this second, man. Focused on what I'm doing.
Good man. No, I was thinking about Jolene asking you questions.
Oh, what do you want to know?
See? What do you want to know?
What you want to know, man?
Probably not a good idea to have a pair of pliers around this window, but I'm just pulling this rubber out and I'm trying not to.
See, I'm good at answering questions. They're just not always right answers. I always got some mouth for you.
Huh?
I said I always got the mouth for it.
Colton has got a very quick tongue. He's good at that. He's got a quick tongue. I don't know if that's a good thing to have, but
No, I don't like it.
you don't like it?
No. Doesn't give me the time to be able to think about my answer.
Well, then you'll have to think about that when you as you do things. You'll have to say
know what?
you can change at any point in time you want to.
And that's why I'm back.
That's wow, awesome.
You know?
And also, it should be a different atmosphere with TV not here. You know, I mean, let's face it. You got 6, 7, 10 other people. There's lots going on. I don't think I need that out right now. That's fine.
Remember as we were in the, where were we that day? I think it was just you, actually. Morty hit his shin off the back of the trailer hitch. And he goes, you guys were lifting something. He looks at Joel, he goes, man, I think we need a man for this. You remember that?
You said what?
We need a man for this.
I need a man.
Morty, remember
Yeah.
Morty? He was picking up boxes off the back of the truck and it was heavy or something. He looked at Joel, he said, man, we need a man for this.
Morty's
Morty's one of the best guys ever. Cool
Morty
guy.
was what? He was a production assistant.
I think he still follows us. He actually reaches
Yeah?
out once in a while to see how I'm doing.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, every once in a while. Nothing crazy, but.
Okay, cool. What I'm going to get you to do, Colton.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to get you in the back seat, old boy. I'm going to give you something.
Can I get this stuff out of here first? Okay.
You can. That'd be perfect, yeah. Take it right up front, please.
We need a man for this.
It won't always be please and thank you, but
That's all right.
we'll try that for the first day. I want to try to get this back window out, old boy.
Okay.
Then, I don't know, maybe I should be in there.
I can get in there, brother. Just take your time.
You tell me to take my time now.
Yeah.
Gotta like it. Gotta like it. Dingle balls. You don't want to ruin those. We might use those again. I don't know where, but I think they're called dingle balls, ain't they? Well, that now, would you? It'd be a lot of work to make those.
I think you buy them at the store like that.
What store?
Dollar store.
Now. Ah, there you go.
That was for sexy night back in the 50s. Go and get your red panties out. Huh?
I heard red panties. I don't need any more.
Sexy night. That's what I say. These jingle balls. This car was sexy night. Red panty night.
Red panty night.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool and slick.
All right. Now.
It's Valentine's Day. What a lovely color for Valentine's Day too, eh?
I'm thinking,
Love Machine.
you're a love machine.
Yeah, James Brown, right? James Brown, Love Machine. That's a song. Love Machine.
No doubt.
So what do you try to get a little dental floss in there or something? Good.
No, that's for a urethane window. This is a rubber window. We're just trying to flip this rubber back.
Is there anything I can do?
Anything you can do?
You're just
Come on in with me.
Come on in with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you another. No, there's a little set there on the bottom. Grab a little plastic thing like this. Hey, got an end on it like that. Grab one that's flat, and then you get up there and we'll try to pry this rubber out and try to get this back window out.
What I like.
Was there many screws missing as you took things apart?
One so far, and one that wasn't catching anything.
Okay. All right, get on the other side. we're gonna try to take this back window and get this rubber. I don't want to damage the headliner if possible.
But they're just little. I plan on getting a needle nose and pulling these little staples.
No, right here. See I'm trying to bend this back? Right, that flapped over that lip. I want you to pull it. Oh, just keep going all the way along. Start over your side.
Watch your face.
Yeah, start over your face. Or your side. And just watch. Hey, don't ruin this. Don't bend that, please. Try to get your fingers up there and try.
I got her now.
Okay.
I get my fingers there, that's all.
Now, as we do that, we're gonna try to push this back window in. Like, and it's got the goo on it, isn't it?
Huh?
We could cut it, but I'm just scared to cut in the, don't hit the glass. All right, it's got some, I would call that, what
are these clips right here, Dad? Here?
No, yeah, well, maybe for the headliner, but the headliner, it doesn't go underneath there. It's supposed to, but it's not.
So I'm really just trying to pull this.
Let me see. Yeah, we're just trying to get that out so we can push the window out, right? I'm gonna just go inside there and check it out and see what you got. And this is the part where you try to do it yourself. I mean, let's face it.
Okay, look, come here on the end, Dad. I got this
get a glass.
completely
Yeah,
out.
pull her out. Pull her out.
Pull her out.
Awesome. Perfect. One thing I will say about Colton, he's a good worker. That's one thing I will say. He's a good worker. The only problem is, it's like that cow. Gives you all the milk that you need every day, pumps the most milk. But at the end of the day, he kicks the bucket over. Don't want that. We want to keep the milk in the bucket, and that way there, it's a good thing. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, we could actually, whoa, just go easy now. I wouldn't pry up on the glass.
I'm not prying hard, I'm just seeing what's...
Don't pry in the glass. Just keep doing what you're doing. Maybe go over the other side, see if you can rip that side off. And the reason being is, we don't want to break that back window. And that's what I'm saying. We could get a glass guy come in here and he know exactly what to do. I'm not working with glass every day, so we don't know exactly what to do, but we know one thing, that the rubber's no good, and we're going to try to get it in there. So let me help you pull it out. What if I cut it right there?
Maybe.
Watch yourself. I'll come in and cut it.
You could probably get a knife under this, Dad, right here. Where it's already like there, you just gotta cut in the middle almost. You can see a little bit better in there. You see what I mean? Just run a knife on this edge right in there.
All right. I'm just scared to...
Just go right easy.
Go right easy, he says.
Yeah, and you gotta just loop it around.
All right. Can you get a hold of it again now? Can you rip that off? Just a second. See, I get a little more. Watch your hand. I don't want to cut you. Because I'm going to cut you instead of me. I'll tell you that. Wait a second. It must be glued. Oh, it's got butyl on it, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, I just don't know. Just don't want to. I don't think it would cut the window, but can you hold this back for me? Like, watch your fingies. Now try to see if you can pull that down. In a second, this is what I'm going to do. Nope. No. I'm going to go get this. Stay there, obviously. Hook that pair of pliers on that rubber. Don't hit the window with it, just on the rubber, and we'll try to pull it out. Don't go up against the window. That'll give you a little more power. Start at the beginning. Start at the beginning up there. Yeah, right there. Don't hit the window. Don't go near the window. There you go. All right, let me cut some more. Try it again. Not pulling it. He's going to sleep.
No, I'm not hitting that fucking window.
Fire truck window?
Sorry, fire truck window. Hit myself in the nose.
Hit yourself in the nose, did you?
I was getting there.
All right, just a second. Stupid. I just want to hit that window. It bothers me. Right
Can
there.
you see, Dad? Can you get on, go in the knife on this way? This way on it? And cut the glue out this way?
I can. Let me see that.
Under that way?
You can go that way? Sure I can.
In there? That way there, you're just cutting right there.
Yay.
There, I heard something come through.
I did hear it. Now, just hook onto that. There we go. There we go. In a second. Cut that open.
Hang on a little bit.
Watch your fingers now. Cut you with that and we won't be happy. Alright.
Fuck, square one. Fire truck.
Hey.
Sorry.
That's alright.
I'm used to being a negligence.
Used to be a negligence, are you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cut that along there again.
I'll get it together.
You'll get it together?
Oh yeah, no problem. Easy stuff.
Alright. Hook on there, see if I...
Hook on there.
Just hold on it with your pliers.
I would love to do that.
Would ya?
Yeah, why not? Easy pressure.
There you go. That one let's get it off, or...
Well, it's got a start on it. You got some just to work with.
Awesome. Now, it's got butyl on it, is what the issue is.
Yeah, at least you can see the seam to cut the glue. Right?
Hey, up there. We didn't mess the headline. Don't mess with the headliner.
Here, you got the whole seam to cut right there. That's where all the glue's at. Cut all
It's
that.
butyl. It's not glue. It's just, well, it's glue, sort of, I guess. Now, let's see if we can pop this bad boy out. I'm going to go outside here. You're going to kind of push out somewhat. I would probably...
Where's the most likely spot in these windows?
What's that?
Where's the most likely spot? Like, should I push like this?
Yeah, I guess.
What's the most likely spot?
Let's push out from the bottom. Let's push out from the bottom first. We got that off. Okay, just go easy. It wants to come out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, good. It's coming out. Let's go on the other side a little bit.
Want to go over there?
Yeah, it's going to come down on your head.
It's fine.
Yeah, put your head in there so it can fall on it. Just go easy. Yeah, we got her. Awesome. Now.
Whoa, don't tell. You got that?
Okay, I got her. Now, this back piece, I'm talking to Colton and whoever wants to listen.
If you don't like it, leave it. If you like it, keep it.
You must have watched a video or two, right?
Well, I just see the first couple minutes.
What's happening is this back piece of glass is tempered. So this back glass is not going to be cut. The black glass is tempered. It will not, it'll shatter. And how I explain that is, it does not have a piece of plastic in the middle of it. Like safety glass in the front. That's what holds the front window together. It has, maybe I should set it the other way. No.
There's a piece of cardboard over there. Want me to put on a piece of cardboard?
That's fine. It's not going nowhere. I think. This back piece, if we hit it, it'll smash into all a bunch of little pieces, just everywhere. The front glass has plastic running on. Colton, come here. This piece of glass is tempered, so this back piece cannot be cut. You go to hit it with something, it'll go. Psh. The front piece has a piece of rubber in the middle, or a piece of plastic in the middle of it, so when it cracks, it stays together. Remember that glass you broke yesterday and folded up?
Oh yeah, same
Stayed.
thing.
No.
No.
That goes in little pieces. Be 1,000 little
this
pieces.
This one goes to pieces. The other one was a good one. I get you now. Okay.
So the front window, like that piece of glass you did, it'll fold right up. You can throw it in the garbage. But that piece right there will end up in a pile of.
Yeah.
So
That
back
first
glass
one's
is
cool,
tempered, front glass is safety.
Yeah.
So when it hits it, it cracks. It don't fly on
This one
you.
will shatter too, right?
No.
No, that's tempered?
No.
Or whatever, tempered, whatever you're talking about?
Okay, this one here back there is tempered. So if I
Wax.
side window,
Okay.
it goes, psh, it flies everywhere.
Yeah.
It just explodes. This one here is like the glass you fold it
Okay.
and put in the thing. It's
Backwards.
It's got plastic in it and it will not shatter and come in on you.
I got you.
And that's why your window you can drive with a crack because
Yeah.
it's got that plastic wrap.
Cool.
All right.
I didn't realize that.
Now you know that.
I do know that, but I thought this was all tempered because it was older, right? But
Yeah,
I
okay.
didn't realize that was a new thing.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Now you can finish
Continue?
grabbing this stuff out, and I'll go to cutting the front window out best I can.